road trip. It's a beautiful temperature-wise day. It's 75 degrees here. It is cloudy, so I am sure there's probably going to be some rain later, but the humidity is gone, which is a plus. So right now we are taking a little road trip out to Sonetta Market in Port Deposit. Here I am bouncing again. I definitely got to get something better when it comes to camera stabilization. Anyway, we are on our way to Sonetta Market. They are having a classic car show today, some vendors. So I'm excited about that. I like to look at the old cars. Brings you back to your childhood, your teen years, you know, when you're doing all kinds of fun stuff. Racing and I don't know, just like I said, all kinds of fun stuff. So we will be there soon. I will do what I can to get as much filming done as possible. I did order a GoPro, which I got yesterday, and it's given me a devil of a time trying to set that thing up. I don't know why things have to be so difficult anymore, but anyway. So I'll be seeing my brother-in-law today, and he's tech savvy. So hopefully he can figure it out how he can get it paired. So we shall see. All right, guys. We are here pulling up. I'm going to find a place to park, and I will see you inside. This was a small little car show. I am guessing, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 cars that showed up. My dad and I walked around, and he was in his glory, seeing all these old cars from the 40s and 50s. And me, myself, I was interested in the newer, well, I should say like the 60s and 70s. Although that red Fairlane you just saw, I think that was my favorite. That was really sharp looking. Dad had all kinds of stories of these old cars. I got my driver's license in 1967 Fairlane that we had. And my dad was telling me that when they brought me home from the hospital after I was born, they brought me home in a 1964 Ford Fairlane. So that was kind of interesting. Yeah, they had a bunch of different years and stuff, and it was interesting. I had a good time.
Have a good day.
Okay, guys, the car show's over. I'm getting ready to leave. It was hot, muggy, sun's out, but it was a lot of fun seeing all those classic cars. They even had a 72 Dodge Charger. My very first car was a 74 Dodge Charger SC. This was just a 72, just plain, but gosh, it brings back memories. I can only be a teen again, even for a day, a week, even for a week. Lots of fun. Okay, guys, well, I'm headed home. Well, no, I'm not. I gotta head to the grocery store. I want to make an easy ice cream cake. Sound good? All right. I will see you in the kitchen. Okay, back from the store, and I thought, why not fire up the grill and make a cheesesteak? I had some onions I had to use. I had some green peppers I had to use. So I went ahead and picked up some shaved ribeye. Get ready for that sizzle. Oh, I love that sound. Thought I'd add a little of that Montreal steak seasoning to the steak and the veggies. See how that turns out. I usually just use a steak seasoning, but, well, that didn't make sense because Montreal steak is a steak seasoning. Oh, well, you know what I mean. I usually use a different brand. So I figured I'd try this one. It actually turned out okay. Love that slow motion. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I had to do that. The smoke coming up off that steak, I thought it was pretty cool looking. I thought this shaved ribeye was kind of tough, actually. It was kind of hard to break up. It did have some strings of fat in it, so I wasn't impressed. I think I'll stick to my steakums. I like them better. I know, call me crazy, whatever, but that's what I like. Hey guys, so I had this craving for a cheesesteak, and since I had some peppers and onions and I also had some shaved ribeye, I thought, why not? So this is my first time making a cheesesteak on the Blackstone, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm starting to learn how to regulate the heat so I don't burn things, knock on wood. So in other words, I guess I better stop yapping over here and get over there and check my steaks. Well, so far so good. Looks like I might beat the storm. Still kind of nice over this way. The pool's looking good. You're not going to get the filming of me adding the cheese and toasting the rolls and all that good stuff because my phone started overheating and it just wasn't recording. So I had to cool it off and then come in and take all the ingredients out so we can start making this ice cream cake. Hey friends, I got some ingredients together and I'm going to attempt to make myself a little ice cream cake, a little something for dessert. I finished the cheesesteak, as you saw. Actually, it made 2 cheesesteaks. It probably could have done 3, one for me, myself, and I could have had one too. But in all honesty, I really don't like the shaved ribeye. I actually prefer the steakums. I just think they have more flavor. I don't know. That's just me. Again, my phone was running hot, so you missed it. What I was banging up over there was some Oreo cookies. I took about 20 of them, crushed them up in a bag. Then I have 5 and a half of ice cream sandwiches. I took like half a gallon of vanilla ice cream. I let it soften. Well, as you can see, it melted too, but that's okay. Spread it up on top. Got as much as I could on there so that you really couldn't see the ice cream sandwiches, sort of make it even up. And then when I did, after that was done, I took the crushed cookies. Actually, I used the off-brand of Oreos, and I took the cream out of them too. So all you had was the chocolate. So I went ahead and sprinkled them on top. And in the meantime, next, there's like a icing that you make for on top. It's like a pudding icing. So what I did is I used, after I spread this cookie crumbs around, which, by the way, Oreo cookies, the brand Oreo cookies, do taste better than the off-brand. So I'm going to set this in the freezer for, I don't know, probably about a half an hour to sort of firm up that melted ice cream again. And in the meantime, I'm going to make some icing for the top of it. Taking 1 cup of milk and then the family size vanilla pudding, the instant vanilla pudding, and going to mix that up. I do end up adding about another half a cup of milk, but I'm going to put a splash of vanilla in here and get that mixed up, and then I will add the small canister, I think it's 8 ounce of Cool Whip. I did end up having to bring out my mixer because I just wasn't getting a hold of all those lumps in there. That's why I added like another, I'd say quarter cup, half cup of milk. Now I'm going to add the Cool Whip. Remember to have it refrigerated, so that it's thawed out, because I know it comes frozen. So I had that thawed out and added that, and then all you do is just mix it on up. Once it's mixed up really well, take the frozen ice cream out of the freezer. Oh, I did add a couple tablespoons of 10x sugar, powdered sugar, whatever. Everybody calls it something different. Added that up, mixed it up, and I know I am all over the place talking with this. It's because I'm talking faster than what I'm doing on film, doing this voiceover. So it takes a minute to get all of this whipped up and smooth, because it did have a bunch of lumps from the pudding. But pulled that baby out of the freezer, and now we are going to spread this pudding mixture over top, and then back in the freezer it goes for overnight, so that way it can get hardened up. And this pan here is, I want to say, a 9x9. It's just a little square pan. You can make them with bigger pans, but I just went ahead and made the small ones. Stick it back in the freezer for overnight, and we will take it out tomorrow. Look, it's tomorrow already. Boy, time flies when you're having fun. And I'm going to cut myself a little piece of this and share it with you. It was really good. I hope you all enjoyed the car show we went to, seeing some of those old classics, going down memory lane. And I just wanted to thank you again for watching. If you're new to the channel, if you enjoyed this type of content, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Doesn't cost you a cent. It helps my channel. And if you hit the little ringy-dingy bell, then it'll notify you when I do post a video, which is usually Mondays and Thursdays. I do little shorts in between. And yeah, so leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. And you all have a blessed day. And in the meantime, to my grandkids, I love you, and I will see you soon.